Hi, I'd like to continue reading Wind in the Willows. We are now on chapter 7, The Protector of Small Creatures. It was after 10 o'clock at night, and Mole lay stretched on the river bank, still panting from the heat of the day. He heard the rat's light footfall, and sure enough, Rat plopped down next to him. "You stayed late at Otter's," said Mole. "I'm afraid the otters are in trouble," said the rat. "Little Portly is missing again. He's always straying off," said the mole lightly, "but no harm happens. We found him ourselves miles from home." "This time it's more serious," said the rat. "He's been missing for some days now. The otters have hunted everywhere. They've asked every animal to for miles around. Otter's more worried than he'll admit. He is going to spend the night watching by the shallow area where he gave Portly his first swimming lesson. It was there he used to teach him fishing, and there young Portly caught his first fish. The child loved the spot, and Otter thinks that if he wanders back from wherever he is, that he might stop there and play perhaps. So Otter goes there every night and watches." "Rat," said the mole, "if this is serious, I simply can't go and turn in and go to sleep and do nothing, even though there doesn't seem to be anything to be done. We'll get the boat out and paddle upstream. The moon will be up soon. We'll take a long look around." "Just what I was thinking myself," said the rat. "Daybreak is not far off, and we may pick up some news from early risers as we go along." They got the boat out and worked their way up the stream. All night they searched. The dark was filled with small noises, songs, and chattering. They explored hedges and ditches and tunnels. The moon, serene and alone in a cloudless sky, did what she could, till her hour came and she sank toward the earth and left them. So there's a picture of them. They're out searching for little Portly. The rat sat up suddenly and listened to a breeze. Mole looked at him with curiosity. "It's gone," sighed the rat, sinking back in his seat again. "No, there it is again." Entranced, he was silent for a long space. "I heard nothing myself," the mole said, "but the wind played in the willows." In silence, Mole rowed steadily, and soon they came to where the river end divided. In the middle of one side was a small flowered island. "Now you must surely hear it," cried the rat jealously. "Ah, at last I see you you do." Breathless and transfixed, the mole stopped rowing. No birds sang, no heavenly melody floated through the fresh dawn air. All the colors were brighter, all was peaceful, still, and lovely. Slowly the two animals landed at the island, and pushed through the blossoms and hedges that led to a little level lawn with fruit trees. "This is the place of my song dreams," said Rat. Mole felt a great awe fall upon him, not from panic, but from the wonder and peace. He lowered his head. Something noble was very near. The music stopped. Trembling, Mole raised his humble head and looked up into the very eyes of the friend and helper, the protector of small creatures. He saw the curved horns, the stern, hooked nose between the kindly eyes, the bearded mouth broken into a smile. He saw the rippling muscles on the arm that lay across the broad chest, and the hand holding the reed pipers, handpipers. He saw the splendid curves of the shady limbs on the grass and saw, nestled between his very hoofs, sleeping soundly in peace and contentment, the little round, pudgy, childish form of the baby otter. Rat, Wolf found breath to whisper, unsure if the rat saw what he saw. Are you afraid? Afraid, murmured the rat. Oh, never, and yet I am afraid. Then the two animals bowed their heads humbly. When they looked once more, the vision had vanished, and the air was full of the carol of birds. As they stared blankly, a whimsical little breeze through the instant forgottenness. For this is the last gift that kindly protector of small creatures gives those to whom he has revealed himself. If foreverness were not given, daily life could no longer offer happiness against the memory of such an experience. So there it shows, there they see the creature that looks after all the little animals. There he is, the protector of animals. And there it says, Mole rubbed his eyes and stared at Rat, who was looking about him in a puzzled sort of way. What did you say, Rat? He asked. I was only remarking, said Rat slowly, that why, there he is. Portly woke up with a joyous squeak at the sight of his father's friends. Then, looking for something he couldn't find or see, he finally sat down and cried. The mole ran quickly to comfort the little animal, but Rat looked long and doubtfully at the certain hoof marks deep in the soft grass. Some great animal has been here, he murmured slowly and thoughtfully. Come along, Rat, called the mole. Think of poor Otter waiting up there by the shallow area. The two animals loaded Portly into the boat and paddled down the river. As they drew near the shallow area, the mole lifted Portly out. They watched the little animal as he waddled along the path happily. Looking up the river, they could see Otter tense and rigid and could hear him amazed and joyous bark as he bounced up through the willows towards his long-lost son. Oh, see, there he is. He's happy to see little Portly again. So I wonder who that was that helped to save him there, eh? Yeah, he's a mystery guy. I feel as if I had been through something very exciting and rather awesome, said the mole, and it was just over, yet nothing particular had happened. Isn't it jolly to feel the sun again soaking into one's bones? Sighed the rat, leaning back and closing his eyes and listened to the wind playing in the reeds. It's like music, said the mole drowsily. Dance music, murmured the rat, the lilting sort that runs non-stop, but with words in it. You better hear better than I do, said the mole sadly. I can't catch the words. Let me try and give you them, said the rat. Lest the awe should dwell, and turn your frolic to fret. You shall look on my power at the helped hour, but then you shall forget. But what do the words mean? Asked the wondering mole. But no answer came. The weary rat was fast asleep. Well, that's the end of our chapter now. Bye bye.